Do you remember when I tried to create a YouTube channel back in March? Well, that only made it to one episode. I ended up recording a second episode, but then I was like, this feels more like it should be a podcast episode than on my YouTube channel, which it ended up being on both. So I thought I would challenge myself. I'm doing a challenge on LinkedIn right now called #100-2023. Which is just a really small challenge to just post on LinkedIn every single day, which I was in the LinkedIn Creator Accelerator program at the start of this year, which really helped to solidify kind of like posting content on LinkedIn. And I've been relatively consistent since then, maybe posting a couple times each week, but with 100 days left in 2023, I thought I would join my friend Jerry Wan in that challenge. And this week has been kind of interesting because not only did Jerry host the first part of, or the LA version of his Always Be Creating initiative or event or community, I got to reconnect or connect with one of the creators who had actually inspired the creation of this YouTube channel. And then the day after that LA event, which was really fun, I flew to San Francisco for a leadership conference that was hosted by the Asian American Foundation. And Jerry had actually really vouched for me to get an invite to it because most of my work is very disability centered, but I also acknowledge that I'm Taiwanese, Vietnamese American. And with the rise of anti-Asian racism and violence and harassment, I think many of us have realized a need to be a little bit louder and a little bit braver. So anyway, so today's October 1st, which marks the first day of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. But I'm going to challenge myself. I know we're not at 100 days to 2023 anymore, but I thought I would challenge myself to also just post maybe like a diary or something here. And so a lot of updates since my last March episode. I actually ended up moving to LA, and September 27th actually marked 3 months since I moved. And part of what I appreciate about moving is that I learn a lot about myself, or moving to a new location is that I learn a lot about myself. And I've been in an inconsistent place since I got here, and it has felt very unsettling. So I started out in Beverly Hills and then a short stint in Culver City and Highland Park on the east side, and then in Venice and Inglewood, and now we're near Baldwin Hills area. So I've been moving all around, and after having lived in the exact same place in San Francisco for 6 years, October is when I moved into my San Francisco place. It's made me realize just how much having a consistent place to stay matters to me and really impacts so many other things. So that's kind of just what I've been reflecting on. It's been 3 months since I got here, and I've been in a consistent state of feeling unsettled. All the meanwhile, this was my first move that was for me, or a personal life related. It wasn't a work move. And I think about, I moved to New York because I got a job there. I moved to San Francisco because I got a job there. And I moved to LA because my partner is here. And we had been doing long distance all up until this point. So I want to keep these relatively short. I think I'm recording this in like photo booth on my computer. If anyone has any other suggested tools, I'm a very DIY creator. But work is going well. We've grown our team to 9 people at Diversability. I'm doing a lot of speaking and content creation as well. And And yeah, I think eventually a lot of creators end up making their way onto YouTube. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want this channel to be about. TikTok to me is like the short form diary of what's been going on in my life. And I think YouTube, at least for this challenge of maybe posting every single day, I'm going to keep it to just reflecting on like what's going on in my life and what I'm learning. So that's what I have for you now. I saw my friend Brian earlier this week, and he said, it seems like you're not having a great experience in LA. And that's kind of juxtaposed with seeing another friend, Sarah, who said, I feel like LA's really embraced you. So I'm just acknowledging that first, any type of transition is going to be hard in one way or another. And I'm giving myself a little bit of grace through this transition, because I'm still trying to find my community and my sense of place here. But I'm also remembering that I had a hard transition moving to San Francisco as well. I was really sad having left New York. I think I had like a week to move because I had gotten that job, and I felt like I didn't give New York a proper goodbye. And then in this move here to from San Francisco to LA, in May of 2021 is when I had decided that I wanted to move, and it took until May of 2022 to actually find tenants for my place. Rents just hadn't rebounded. But now with, interest rates going up and a potential recession on the horizon, many people just started turning to the rental market, and that started bringing prices back up. So I remember, though, in May of 2021, I called the real estate agent who had helped me buy my place. And I just had a sense of calm then. Like I had given San Francisco its shot. 6 years felt like a good amount of time to try out a place. I am realizing, though, a couple things I miss. I miss the rich disability community that I was really plugged into there. The weather, even though it gets really cold and windy by San Francisco standards, I ended up being in LA during this heat wave, which I actually think will come in waves. And it was so hot. I'm a little melanated already, so I don't usually get sunburned, but I ended up, like, my shoulders got sunburned and even my lips got sunburned. So I'm just having to adjust to just the weather here is a handful of degrees hotter than it is in San Francisco, and just remembering, always bring sunscreen, wear your SPF, make sure that that your chapstick has SPF in it as well. But so far, it's not what I expected. LA was always the place that I had envisioned that I went to go play, which also translated to coming here and being on vacation. And now I'm balancing that in addition to working. And my partner, Greg, and I, he's also an entrepreneur. He's on calls a lot, and so we have had to balance like finding a space where both of us can work. Sometimes that means one of us is out in the living room area and the other one of us is doing our calls in the bedroom. And so having a studio, living in a studio, would have been even harder. Maybe one of us would have been in a closet or a bathroom or something. So it's an adjustment period. It's not the playground and vacation that I thought, but I think that's what real life is kind of like being in these in-between moments a lot. So that's my update. It's October 1st. I'm going to go post on LinkedIn after this, And my updates probably won't be as long as this in the future, but it has been, what was it? So March, it has been April, May, June, July, August. It has been over 6 months since the last time I posted. So I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be like like the next episode 1, or maybe I'll just make this episode 2. But yeah, gonna challenge myself to just post a little one of these. It's going to be very unedited, very raw, which I know YouTube doesn't like as much, but this is how we become consistent. Thanks so much for being here, and I know probably a lot of you are here because you follow my anti-ableism series. I'm going to try to catch up. We actually just posted part 200 yesterday, so the YouTube folk always get a little bit of a delay, but appreciate you being here, and I will see you tomorrow.